Good day to you all. My name is Sherwin Griffaldeo, and today I'm going to teach you the introduction of quadratic equation together with my fellow groupmates Ira Soposencia and Altea Jacinto. What is quadratic equation? A quadratic equation is a second-degree equation in a single variable x, and its graph is parabola. The formula for this equation is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, or also known as the standard form. It has an a, b, and c. And always remember that the a must never be equal to 0. For example, is x squared plus 4x plus 4 equals 0 is in standard form because it has a, b, and c. How about 2x squared plus 3 equals 0? Is it in standard form? Yes, it is. Why? This form is what we call the pure or incomplete quadratic equation. The incomplete or pure quadratic equation means b is equal to 0, while the complete quadratic equation means b is not equal to 0. Now, let's move on to the terms and values of quadratic equation.
In quadratic equation, we have its part, the values and term. This includes the value of a, b, and c. And on terms, we have the quadratic term, which is the a, the linear term, which is the b, and the constant term, which is the c. When it comes to identifying the values, what are you going to write are only the numerical coefficient. While when it comes to the term, you're going to put the variable as well. For example, 2x squared minus 10x plus 8 equals 0. Find the value and terms. While on terms, the answer is qt equal 2x squared, lt equal negative 10x, and ct equal 8. Always remember when it comes to value and on of the value, b or c is equal to 0, we are gonna write 0. But when it comes to terms, we are gonna write none, and it must be in standard form before identifying its term and value.
Let's have an activity. As you can see in the given, is 3x squared is equals to 10 minus 9x. First step is we are going to figure out if it is in the standard form, which is ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Now, the r given is not in the standard form, so if it is not in the standard form, then we cannot find its values and terms. Now, the first step in finding the standard form, since our problem is quite easy, we are going to transpose 10 minus 9x to the other side. So it will become 3x squared plus 9x minus 10 is equals to 0. We are going to change sign once we transpose over the equal sign. So now that we got 3x squared plus 9x minus 10 is equals to 0, that is our standard form. Now we are going to find its values and term. The value of a is equals to 3, the value of b is equals to 9, and the value of c is equals to negative 10. And for the terms, the value of the quadratic term, which is the a, is 3x squared. The value of the linear term, which is the b, is 9x, and the value of the constant term, which is the c, is negative 10.
Good day everyone, I'm Meredith Chico and I'm here to introduce to you the introduction for extracting the roots, together with Carl Gamusaran. What is extracting the roots? The purpose of this process is for us to know what is the value of the variable in the given equation. What form can be solved in extracting the roots? You can use this process when the form of the equation is ax squared plus c equals 0. Remember to include positive negative when taking the square root of both sides except if the answer is 0. You don't have to put positive negative because 0 is a neutral number. Now let us move on to the process in the extracting the roots.
Have a practice on this simple equation. X squared equals 49. First, check the given if it is a perfect square. Since the given is a perfect square, the next step would be getting the square roots of both sides. So we will have square root of x squared is equal to positive negative square root of 49. Next step, we get the square root of x squared. It will be x. The square root of 49, that will be 7. Therefore, our solution is x squared equals positive negative 7. For our next example, x squared equals 75. We will first get the square root of both sides. Since 7 is not a perfect square, we will think of a factor of 75 that is considered as a perfect square. We can factor 75 using 25 times 3. 25 is a perfect square. We will now have x equals positive negative square root of 25 times 3. Now we will get the square root of the perfect square, which is 25. We'll now have the solution of x equals positive negative 5 square root of 3.
For the last two activities that we will have based on the given lesson. Activity number 1. X squared minus 3 is equals to 2x. Find the value and the terms of a, b, c, quadratic term, linear term, and the constant term. We're going to identify if it is in standard form. So as you can see, x squared minus 3 equals 2x is not in standard form. So therefore, we are going to transpose x, 2x to the other side, and then it will change sign. So the standard form will be x squared minus 2x minus 3 is equals to 0, which is the standard form. Now, we are going to find its value. A is equals to 1, B is equals to negative 2, and C is equals to negative 3. Now, we are going to identify the terms. The quadratic term, which is the A, is equals to 1x squared or x squared. The linear term, which is the B, is equals to negative x, and the constant term, which is the c, is equals to negative 3. Now for the activity number 2 is to about extracting the roots. On the given problem, we have x squared minus 9 is equals to 0. So as you can see, there is no letter B and there is only letter A, and there is only value of A and the value of C. Based on the instruction, we are going to perform the extracting of roots. So first things first, we are going to transpose the constant term, which is the letter C, or 9, negative 9, to the other side, so it will change sign and it will become positive 9. After it becomes positive 9, we will use square root on both sides, and then we will get the answer. So, square root x squared is equals to square root 9. The answer is x is equals to positive and negative 3. Since 9 is a perfect square, the answer is positive negative 3. Always remember that on the given answer, once you squared it, there will always be a positive and negative sign. That is all. Thank you very much for watching.